Today I'm taking my loaded backpack for a nice little hike. Not on the mountain, still in Florida, but it still counts as miles, so here we go. So I have my full backpack, all of my gear on, and I'm going to take it all for a walk today. We're not in a mountain anywhere. We are still in Florida, so it's a flat, but it's going to be an 8-mile walk, but it's going to be a flat 8-mile walk, but I'm going to kind of see how all the gear does. We do have a halfway point at 4 miles. We're back to the car, so if I need to change anything, I can. So let's go. So we're still in Florida. We're in the Panhandle. It's nice and sunny, as you can see, but it's definitely not warm like you expect for Florida. I'd say it's about 45 degrees out right now, so it's actually a good day to get out and try my heavy layers out a little bit. My mid layer, so far it's been enough. I haven't had to think about putting my puffy on. So yeah, so far so good. So I'm going to try some of this talking and walking stuff. I'm not using a tripod today. I'm going to attempt to just use the phone and hold it. I like using the tripod because it keeps the phone further away from my face, for one, and it's easier to hang on to. But, you know, weight, I don't want to carry the extra weight of a tripod. Okay, there was some random noise there. I didn't want it to be feedback on the video. So, anyways, I've bought a smaller tripod, a lightweight one. That was supposedly a magnet tripod that would attach to my phone, and it didn't attach to my phone. So, I sent it back. And if I took one, it would be the one I've been using, which is just your standard tripod, but I don't even know the weight of it. But for now, I'm going to attempt it just by holding the phone. One less thing I have to worry about carrying and where to stick it in my pack. So for now, no tripod. The last couple times that I've packed my pack, I've kind of freaked out because I was taking my sleeping quilt and just shoving it into the bottom and putting everything else on top of it, and I was struggling to get the pack closed. So I thought, what am I doing wrong? So I went to YouTube, of course, and started searching videos on it, and a lot of people were using stuff sacks for their quilts. So of course it came with one. So this time I shoved the quilt in and the stuff stack and put it in, and I actually had a ton of room in there to shut it this time. So that was a win. I know I still don't have a full food bag. There are some things in the food bag, but not much. So that's going to be another challenge once I fill it up. But yeah, it took me a few to figure out how to pack the pack up, but so far, now that it's fully packed and I'm walking with it, it feels really good. No problems. So I'll check in with you later. So we're about 3.5 miles in. We're walking along this bike path, wearing a full pack. Get you some weird looks, that's for sure. It's been nice to be able to mess with my straps a little bit to see what fits more comfortably. Using load lifters versus tightening up the hip belt. So for about the last 1.5 miles, I've just been talking and I haven't even felt any of the weight on my back. So that's a good sign. So we're at the halfway point here, 4 miles, and it's about 45 degrees outside, and I have yet to have to delayer any of my clothes, so that's good. So testing out all the layers that I'm going to be wearing, and so we have another side of the island to hike, and that's about another 4 miles. So all right, we're a little over 5 miles into the walk today, and so my pack is fully loaded. The only thing missing is medications, pain relievers, stuff like that. I haven't pulled all that together. And clothes was the last thing that I pulled together. The last thing, and I never did buy anything yet, was a tank top. So the more I think about it, I think maybe I'll just wait until I'm on trail and buy the tank top at an outfitter. I just could never decide on one. Any of them I looked at, and I thought, well, I might not even need it to start with since it's the end of March. It's probably gonna be colder. So that might be something I wait on. How beautiful the ocean is today. The water's nice and cold, I'm sure, but normally you see a ton of dolphins out there when you're here in the warm temperatures. All right, we are in our last mile of our 8-mile walk around the island. Everything's been working so well. I still haven't delayered. It's around 50 degrees. So it's perfect temperature to try everything out. Tomorrow it's gonna be like 60, so we're gonna just enjoy the beach and the weather. Wearing my whole pack has made me think that I need to keep it probably packed at home and just toss it on when I get on the treadmill once we get home, instead of wearing the vest. The weighted vest I wear is 20 pounds, which my pack's lighter than that right now, but I know my pack sits differently than the weighted vest, and I just need to get used to it. And actually, it feels really good to carry it. So I'm excited to keep training with it at home. And I obviously can't wait to get on trail with it. All right, that's a wrap. That was 8.5 miles, and it took us about 2.5 hours. But I'm not really thinking about the time too much. Of course, it was a flat 8.5 miles, so I know on the AT elevation plays a big part of it. I don't want to be in a hurry. I feel like, we walk fast out here on the flat surface, so it just gives me a good idea of how it feels, how my pack feels, and everything seemed to work really good. I don't really see any changes I need to make. I was fine wearing pants, being about 50 degrees with the wind blowing, but I do think with the sun out, I probably could have wore shorts, but if it's gray and cloudy, no sun, pants are good. I will have both with me. So everything seems to work well. I don't have any problems with anything. So that's a wrap. Thanks for watching.